Welcome back, everybody. Little Fish here, bringing you Digimon Adventure Digi Colle Data 3 Series blind box opening. I have a big box here with a lot of little boxes inside, so without much further ado, let's get started. Of course, we're going to look at the packaging box first. These are the Digimon from Digimon Adventure Zero 2, Digimon Tamers. So we have Lopmon and Terriermon on the top with all the different characters that you can get inside. Digimon Adventure Digi Colle Data 3. And a peek at all the Digimon that come in this series. Unfortunately, unlike the first two series boxes, you do not get the full scenery picture with the characters playing around in their setting. This was supposed to be a city setting, but it's not really shown. Hopefully it will be on these smaller boxes. And the side of the box reads Digimon Adventure Digi Colle, and we have Lopmon, Terriermon, Leafmon and Minimon, Chibimon and Chicomon. And of course, the plain back of the box. These were released by MadHouse. And the other side of the box with Patamon, Wormmon, Tailmon, and Vmon. So Digimon Adventure Zero 2, Digimon Adventure Digi Colle. And nothing on the bottom of the box. And the front of the box. So Vmon, Tailmon, Wormmon, Patamon, Lopmon, Terriermon, Leafmon and Minimon, and Chibimon and Chicomon. So now that we've taken a look at the big box, let's take a look at the smaller boxes inside. So these are the little boxes that each figure comes in. So again, Digimon Zero 2, Digimon Tamers by MadHouse. There are 8 different characters to collect. And again, just the little image of each character. And this is the image that I was talking about that would be on the top of the box for the previous 2 series, but instead they saved it to put on the smaller boxes for whatever reason they decided. Still wish it was on the bigger box so you could have a nice big scenery setting for them, but this'll do too. And turning it around. Back to the front. And have the top and the Toei symbol. And what I've noticed is missing from these boxes and the main box is the 15th anniversary symbol that the first 2 series had. I guess they're not releasing any more 15th anniversary versions. And the bottom of the box. And just so you guys are aware, I have finally finished the first 2 parts of Digimon Tri. I am enjoying it so far. A little iffy about the new Digidestined. Kind of bothers me that Meikumon and Meiko almost have the same exact name, especially they are nicknamed the same thing, Mei and Meimei. So it gets a little bit annoying. Plus, kind of takes away a little bit of Tailmon's thunder to have another feline Digimon on the team. But that might just be me. Happy to see a new Digidestined. Really looking forward to finding out what the heck is going on with Meikumon and the Digimon Emperor, but until then, have to wait until September. And like the first 2 Data series, we are going to split this up into 2 different reviews. So let's get started on the first 4 boxes. Okay, opening up the first box, and even without opening the boxes, you get quite a heavy paint smell. It is very, very painty, but I guess most toys are like that these days. There's nothing on the inside top flaps, unlike the first 2 series, which, if you do recall, I couldn't figure out what those said. I did sit down and I took a look, and it turns out that those little cutouts with Tokomon on them, if you cut those out, you collected 8 of them and sent them into a special address. The first 100 people to send in 8 of those tabs from the first or second Data series would get a regular or normal Tokomon figure. Tokomon standing up instead of the one that you get where he's lying down or sleeping. Again, that was only the first 100 people to send those in, and because I'm from America, I don't think I would be eligible for it. Would have been nice, but I, again, don't think Americans were eligible for that. I also have heard that there is a Dark Gabumon and Dark Agumon figure coming out. Don't know if those are going to be part of the promotion where you have to collect 8 box tops, so keep an eye out for those if you are a Gabumon and Agumon fan. So enough about box tops, let's check out which Digimon we have inside this box. And who do we have? We have a piece of cardboard, and we have a base, and we have Tailmon. Let's flip around, or if you go by her American name, Gatomon. She comes in 3 pieces, and the base comes in 2 pieces. That's a little confusing. So, I'll take her out of the bag, put her together, and we will take a closer look at Tailmon, also known as Gatomon. So the base in Data Series 3 is the same as the first 2 series, nothing different about these, still translucent blue with the character's name. And this is the peg. I guess she's going to be elevated, so that's pretty nice. Just stick that in there, and it stays in position, and it has a ball joint. And again, she comes in 3 pieces. You have her tail, her body, and her head. So just put her head on. There's something strange about the way this one feels. It's very dry, feels very like, you can feel the paint on it. It's not smooth, it's kind of rough. And again, it feels very dry. Don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but definitely an interesting texture to her. So her head was really easy to get on. She's got a hole in the back of her head for the stand, and a hole in her bottom for her tail. So we'll just put that in. Her tail is very bendy, very pliable. Not sure if it's supposed to be like that, but it is. So that is the detail on her tail ring. It's a nice purple. And she's got a little bit of dirt or dark marks on the back of her head. So it looks like her head's not connecting to her body too good because of her arm, but that's not so bad. And her tail just keeps moving. And from the side. Again, her head doesn't really seem to want to stay down too well on her body, but because of that, you can move it around. Look up, look down, side to side. And she's really cute. So, her feet and her paws. Those were painted pretty nice. Not sure if you can get the detail in that one. And the tips of her ears. There is some paint chipping on the bottom of her ear. So let's put her on her base. Plug the ball into the back, and it looks like she's up in the air. So this is Gatomon or Tailmon on her base. Really nice. Kind of wish the peg went into her back instead of her head, because I feel like her body could just kind of fall right off. It's pretty sturdy, so it doesn't look like her body's going anywhere. Flip her tail in front, or in the back, or side to side, which is also really nice. And from the top, and from the bottom. And this is our Digimon Zero 2, Digimon Tamers, Tailmon. On to the next box. And something I'm just noticing is that on the box, you see that Gatomon or Tailmon's paws are more of a greenish color, but on the figure, they are definitely more of a yellow color. I definitely, for one, would have preferred more of a greenish tinge to them, but I guess this is the color they decided on. And the next box contains Vmon. So we have Vmon's base and the peg. And Vmon looks like he comes in 2 pieces, so some assembly required again. Let's take him out of the bag and build him up. So again, like all the others, same type of base. To maneuver it so you guys can actually read that it says Vmon, Digi Colle Data 3, and the peg. So I'll put that in real quick. And it doesn't want to stay in for some reason. So with this base, you gotta be really careful. For some reason, it seems that the peg is warped, and it will not stay in the base. It comes out really, really easily. So, not sure if it's just mine or if it's anybody else's, but it will not stay. You cannot push it in any deeper, so not very good. So gonna have to be really careful when I'm showing off Vmon. Again, Vmon comes in 2 parts. So let's put them together. Real easy, just pop his head on. Let's take a closer look. So I put Vmon on his stand just so it's a little bit easier to show him off. So, all the way around. And the paint job around his mouth is a little iffy. You can see that they missed quite a bit of the area. again, his peg is not holding very well, so I can spin him around pretty nicely. Otherwise, the paint job on this isn't too bad. Just kind of wish that they had gotten his whole muzzle or whole face in that one little area. That's the inside of his mouth. And from the top. And from the bottom. And this is Vmon, off to save the day. And the next Digimon we have Patamon. And Patamon comes in 3 separate pieces, not including the base, which would make it 4. And this is Patamon's Digidisc. There is no peg, so he's going to be a flat character, which is kind of unfortunate because the way that he is shown on the box, if you look at the picture again, he looks like he's up in the air. And when you see him like this, it looks like he should be flying. Also looks like I should put in his ears, so let me do that really quick. Unfortunately with these, kind of like Vmon's base, they can come out really easily, so it really doesn't take much to lose these pieces. You really gotta stick it in there, but there's a lot of excess paint or a lot of excess plastic or whatever these are made out of on the base of the wings. As you can see, there's a lot of excess paint, and there's a lot in there. They're so tiny, and it's kind of preventing them from fitting in properly. So if there is any character or any figure that probably would have benefited from being one whole figure instead of one that you have to assemble, it probably would have been Patamon, because I am really afraid that his wings are going to get lost because they can fall out pretty easily, and kind of wish that he had a peg in his base so it can look like he's flying instead of just kind of down flat. Maybe he's coming in for a landing. If they do make figures of the Digidestined by themselves, which would be really nice, you could take this one and you could just kind of plop him down on TK or Takeru's head. That would be pretty cute. So again, we'll take a closer look. Hopefully his wings won't fall out. Nope, they're falling out. Get that back in there. Just gotta be careful when I show him off. There's a little dent right by his eye. It looks like his mouth got painted on his cheek instead, a little bit. There is nice shading on his wings. And it looks like they missed a little bit of his butt. And there's some paint splotching, which is actually a bluish gray. It looks like maybe Vmon got a little too close to Patamon in the paint room. And it's all over his tail and on the back of his wings. And from the top. And this is Patamon. Still really cute, but I don't know, he seems a little bit cuter on the box. So here we have Patamon. On to the next box. And now the last character we have for this review, we have Leafmon and Minomon. And it looks like they might come in a few pieces. So we have Leafmon and Minomon. So we'll take them out of the bag and take a closer look. So again, usual base. And it looks like Leafmon comes in 2 pieces. Take the leaf out of the little sleeve. And here is Leafmon's leaf. And we'll just attach that to the back. But first, we'll take a closer look at Leafmon. And from the bottom, there's a few little scratches. And from the top, so we'll attach Leafmon's leaf. And again, it doesn't really seem like the little peg that goes in the hole is the greatest design. Now we have Leafmon with his leaf. I'm afraid it's going to fall right out. So this is really cute. We'll put him on the base and we'll take a look at Minomon. He's like a little pine cone. And the paint on this one is kind of icky. You can see the seams and it's very splotchy. And the back of his ears, or whatever these are supposed to be, the brown has splashed all over them. And from the top and from the bottom. And he is pretty cute. So here we have Leafmon and Minomon. They will be the last of the Digimon we will be opening up for today's review. So we will bring back the others that we have opened. Patamon, Vmon, and Tailmon or Gatomon. And these are the 4 for this review. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think. Of all the figures we've opened up for today, which one did you like the most? And of all the characters from Digimon Zero 2 or Digimon Tamers, which one was your favorite? It could be any of the Digimon, or it could be any of the Digidestined. Let me know in the comments below. And if you missed Data Series 1 and 2, I will leave the links below. And if you like this content, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and you can also follow me on Tumblr and Instagram. And until part 2, you guys. Sorry for the noise in the background. There are a bunch of crows outside, and now it looks like a fire truck is rounding the corner. Oh boy.